Tonight, moving forward, finding a solution to the native land claims issue. Going green, the Eco Show comes to Kitchener.
And in sports, the Guelph Storm take on the Owen Sound attack on Rogers Night at the Sweeney Center.
Good evening and welcome to the Guelph edition of First Local. I'm Sarah Miller. Just days after provincial funding was announced for the Guelph Jazz Festival and Guelph's Hillside Festival, the federal government has stepped up to give the two events more money. This morning, the Minister of Canadian Heritage, José Verner, announced $75,000 for the Guelph Jazz Festival, while the Hillside Festival, which celebrates 25 years this summer, will receive $60,000. A very talented parrot from Guelph will soon be seen dancing up a storm in a new television commercial. First Local's Kate Schwass has the details.
Meet Lacey. She's a 6-year-old blue-gold macaw parrot who is about to become a familiar face on a small screen near you. Lacey is the latest animal to be featured in a Telus commercial.
I happened just to get a phone call one night by friends who also recently had a recent phone call to be involved with one of the Telus commercials with their birds, and they had decided by the end of the day they wanted a blue and gold macaw, and who would they know who can show up in 2 days with a blue and gold macaw. So Lacey and I headed off to the Toronto studio, and she ends up being sort of our feature bird in the Telus commercial, since she was the one blue and gold there that would love to dance and put her wings up and her foot up and the whole bit. So she's become very popular since she's been in that commercial.
Lemieux has worked with parrots for 20 years and is president of the Golden Triangle Parrot Association. She adopted Lacey last September when the parrot's original owners couldn't care for her any longer. Lemieux says parrots naturally dance as part of their mating ritual, but it was Lacey's ability to shake a leg in front of cameras that landed her the job.
All parrots tend to love music. The majority of them will respond to music or, playfulness and so on and so forth. So we actually, out of my 6 parrots at home, we have 4 of them that love to dance to music. So it's not an uncommon thing. We arrived at the studio and set her up on her perch. And Lacey was basically the tamest macaw that was there. So a lot of people came over and visited us, including the individual who films the commercials. And he was quite excited to meet her firsthand and see the little things that she would do in front of him. So then became the test, would she do that on the studio, on the set, with the big white table and all the lights and the whole bit. So it was interesting to see, since I'd only had her for about a couple months at that point. And she certainly hammed it up, and everybody loved her at the studio.
This fine-feathered friend has some pretty fancy footwork. For First Local, I'm Kate Schwass.
Thanks, Kate. If you know someone who promotes peaceful relationships and cultural understanding, now would be a good time to nominate that person for a Guelph and District Multicultural Award. Last year's youth winner encourages you to nominate a deserving individual or group.
I definitely think, and I would encourage anybody to nominate somebody they feel who has contributed to the community, to individuals, to different programs in our community. Simply because that recognition is important. I think it really is sentimental and a good occasion for somebody to receive such an award, and it's also a little boost of confidence as well as a little more support for them, knowing that what they're doing is really appreciated.
It's time now for a short break on First Local, but there's lots still to come, including moving forward, working to find a solution to the native land claims issues. Stay with us.